Hello there. So you want to pick up Elphelt, the pink puffball. Alright then, well I think you have come to the right place in doing so. So we'll get some few things out of the way first, being Elphelt weaknesses, and that is she has very small health. She is a rush down, which I know isn't really a weakness, but she is very simple as well, and she doesn't have a lot of defensive options. But other than that though, here are the pros of Elfo. She is very easy to pick up. She has simple mixes and block strings, and she is beginner friendly and relatively really fun. So let's get on into it. First off, we'll get into her normals. So we have Force Slash, which does hit round start, and if you get a counter hit, you can actually get a wall break from this. I will show you that more later. So I will show the hitboxes of the following moves, being Far Slash, of course. Then we have 5k. 5k on round start. If it is a counter hit, you can either go into Out of Repair or into Rekka to get your hard knockdown and pressure start going. More on that later. And then we have 5h, which 5h is a very slow poking button that she has, and you don't want to use this at round start unless you attempt to call out the person if 5h does beat whatever move they're doing. And then we have 2s. 2s is a very good button for poking and for staggering and for catching low profiles. It is slower than Far Slash by 2 meters, but nonetheless it is a very solid button. Then we have Elphelt's 2h. This move advances Elphelt and just catches backdash as well. It's a very solid move to use in neutral, since you can just, advance forward with it while attacking. Be of course to, use this with caution, but if you manage to catch anyone with you doing backdash or just whiffing a button, it can be very, very rewarding. Now we'll go on into the specials. First one being Gunshot. I call it Gunshot, and it has two versions, being the slash version and the heavy slash version. The slash version homes in as fast as possible, while the heavy slash version takes its time and homes in at the last second. The heavy slash version will hit more, but the slash version is good to throw out here and there, since it does do it as fast as possible, leading to the other opponent to kind of either get hit by it or just kind of forced to block. It is a very good poking tool, but just don't use it as much. Then we have Out of Repair. Out of Repair does kind of work like a Mappa Hunch, since it advances Elphelt forward. And then block, Out of Repair can be plus as well. So this button is just basically a just nerfed Mappa Hunch, but it can be good to drag them into the corner. And if you know how to space it out well, you can just frame trap them and just steal your turn back. Next, of course, we have Bomb Flip. Now, what makes Bomb Flip a very good button for Elphelt is that it can be used to set up for meaties. It can also be used to go in for mixes like double overheads or air stalling, or even just going for a low or a side switch. So yeah, this special is very good. Then of course we have the king of specials, Rekka. What makes Rekka such a defining piece of her kit is that it can do a lot of things all at once, making you a mix-up demon. It can go in for a throw mix. You could even just keep going for high-lows if you want, considering if you're being right most of the time, of course. And if you are really good at the game, you could even go into Kara's. You can even Kara out of Rekka into whatever special move you want. Yeah, Rekka in this possible state, it seems overpowered, but if you guess wrong, you are very negative. But that is why we have the Rekka Ender. Nailed it. And it pushes them back, and you leave and you're -5, but you have you can block, you're safe. So you can just throw infinite mix-ups technically if you're very smart with it and you're very clever. So do with that what you will. Then next we have our two overdrives being Bombast and Stream of Death. Now, one overdrive is technically better than the other, being Bombast. Since this is a move you'll be doing a lot in the corner to get positive bonus and to also make your opponent block. They did nerf Bombast this patch, but if used correctly, it can still be a really deadly tool as if Bombast was just never touched. Scream of Death is something you want to use if they're at a point where they can die to an overdrive, so just, learn with that, and of course you get your positive bonus on wall break, and it's a very solid super, but Bombast is just technically the better one here. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to go over her air normal. It's nothing too crazy. So we have JS, which can be a really good jump-in tool. And we have JK, which can be used to do some little overheads, poke at them. Then we have JP, can be used to kind of like contend the air, like just kind of jab at them until they get to the ground. Then we have JH, solid button, it's pretty good actually. I'm not really that in the air with her because Elphelt just kind of suck in the air, but these are pretty solid buttons. Then we have JD, which is a multi-hit, which can actually be really good if combined with a few of these buttons like this. So now we'll go into Elphelt's combos. And there's also the meaty setups for, for bomb. This hits, this will always hit. And just to throw in this, there's like a little bonus. If you get like a hard knockdown, you can kind of just spam Rekka like that. It kind of acts like a meaty, and it will hit them. They have to guess either, low or high. And if you get it off, you can just rinse and repeat that until they, finally break the cycle. So there's that as well. Anyways, that's all I can really think of the top of my head. If I have missed anything, just let me know. But other than that, though, you won't be winning consistently as Elphelt. She does suck this patch. Other than that, though, go have fun, go batshit crazy, go unga bunga, win them games for the Elphelt Nation.